Hey guys, this is Tigers coming back to you with episode 10 of New Adventures. And quite simply, I wanted to stream, but considering I finished the Batman series and don't want to start Spider-Man yet, and guys, I wasn't 100% sure whether I was going to go through and play Spider-Man PS4, do Injustice. Basically, either one would basically mean playing through a decent portion of games. But I will be starting with... I will be doing Spider-Man PS4, and when I say Spider-Man PS4, I don't mean the remastered, I don't mean the PlayStation 5 version of that game, I do mean the original, the PS4 version. Which is why if anyone does start commenting me like, why does Peter look like that? It's like, guys, that's what he used to look like. Because when they remastered it, I was one of those people that was like, why the hell have they changed it? Because personally, they didn't need to. Because I think they were trying to check, I think it was a case of stop it so he didn't look completely like Tom Holland, and so he looked more like the person voicing him, but I'd say the remastered looks more like Tom Holland, but yeah. And we of course are starting with chopping down wood, because we have 2 more layers to go, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 236, so 72. And that wasn't quick maths, that was a case of me remembering, hold on, wait, I did all that like 2 days ago. The reason New Adventures is out early is literally, I was bored and felt like streaming. It's literally just down to the fact that it's like, I want to stream, I don't want to start a new series just yet. Guys, quite simply, the reason I didn't want to start because I didn't want to essentially stream for a couple hours. Like, I didn't want to start Spider-Man PS4 and then go straight, then essentially not do none of it for a couple of days. Because quite simply, it'd be a case of stream the first part on. Because it won't be episodes, it will literally just be part 1 and part 2 and all that lot. And I probably will go through the DLCs for Spider-Man and PS4. Miles Morales doesn't have any, and neither does Spider-Man 2. Now, Spider-Man PS4, I have played hundreds of times at this point. And because I've played it so much, like, I got all the achievements on it. There's one I do hate getting, but basically it's essentially play hard mode on New Game Plus, and I got it, and it was annoying. It took me a decent bit of time. Because I think it might have taken me like a couple of weeks to completely go through the full game. Which is why I'm thankful that they changed it to... Because it was also a case of like, you could also get like both secondary... Like, I don't know if you needed to get them both to get the plat, or whether it was a case of, because as far as I know, you don't need to. And they were just a case of like added into the game after. But I didn't get the plat until I did. Now, I know Miles Morales has had no achievements, but Spider-Man PS5, Spider-Man 2 has had any new achievements. I will be getting them when I'm streaming it, which won't be for a couple of weeks. And by that, I just mean the fact that for Spider-Man PS4, it's going to take me like probably 2 weeks. I'd say 2 weeks. It's going to take me a little bit of time. Basically, when it comes to it, what I'll do is I'll basically stream for I'll stream for a little while, and it's like, okay, I'm happy with how long I've been streaming. That's something I would love to be able to, like, I'd love to be able to do, but like I know from fact it's not going to be practical, is in that you fight the Sinister Six. Now, if I spoil too much, anyone knows how that fight goes, then you'll know why I'm saying it. Well, I'm saying this now, it's not going to be remembered by the time I get to that. But like, you don't fight the Sinister Six in the normal way, and if I could split that up into like essentially multiple streams, I would. I know it's not going to be practical. The reason I chose to do Spider-Man 2 instead of like, because Injustice and the Arkham series were a couple of ones I was debating, but I don't like, because it'd be the first time playing through the whole Arkham games. And it's not like I don't want to stream games that I've not played before now, or first time playing through. It's just a case of like, with most of the Arkham games I've played like a couple of hours of, like Gotham Knights would be a game I'd love to stream if I knew what like the full point of it and all that lot is. Although I don't think Gotham Knights would do so good. Like, I didn't hate the game. I think the game could have been done better, but like, I didn't hate it. Well, that's almost the bottom floor done. Reason I'm doing this is because I know for a fact of like, I'll have enough to at least do half. Yeah, I'm not missing that much, so I can at least go to, I think, up to that. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe I do need more, I thought. Presumably it's just because I missed a row. But either way, the bottom floor of the house should be done. Basically, guys, until like, because I want to essentially stream the first 100 days, like have the first 100 days on stream. But once I get past that, I will, like, it's not the fact I'm not putting no effort into new adventures, it's just a case of, for like thumbnail wise, it is harder to do a thumbnail because I'd have to go at that point, I'd have to go at a point in the stream and be like, yeah, that makes a good thumbnail. Compared to, like, having the option of going back after. For instance, if I was building, say, a minigame, I'm going to replan for one of these. But yeah, for instance, if I was building a minigame, like, one of the thumbnails would just be the fact of the minigame built. Because I don't mind doing thumbnails, they're kind of tedious at points. See, it's gonna be interesting, like, because like New Pictures, like, with compared to the Batman series, it was 100% smart to prioritize doing the Batman series over a couple like episode 9 and 10 would have been out last week if I wasn't doing the Batman series, which means 11 and 12 would have been out this week. Another reason why I was essentially postponing doing, like, why I said, like, I think it might have been yesterday's, like, streaming, like, the final episode of Batman, the Telltale series of Batman, was, guys, I will do, like, there'll be another, like, thing in a couple weeks. I don't remember if I did go, granted this was less than 24 hours ago, I just don't remember. as I don't remember I did say the fact of like I'm like want to get like a new headset first because the headset I'm using isn't. I don't think it's bad, and it like I got it because it matched my PlayStation because of the fact of most PlayStation. Like, when you buy a PlayStation, it comes in like white plates, but the plates can be swapped. Now, when I got my 360, it was not a normal 360. It was a Gears of War one. When I got my Xbox One, after a good while, I got some essentially liveries and put on. Like, I think it's Arkham City's like liveries I've got on my PlayStation, my PS, not PlayStation, my my Xbox One. From a PS4, I got Injustice 2 ones. Am I going to get any from a PS5? No. Basically, the only reason I did it for the PS4 and the Xbox One was the Xbox One was just plain white, and the PlayStation 4 I had was just plain black. Although I definitely think I think next week streams for this, I'm definitely working on making like a farm, potentially clearing out a big area here. But yeah, like I just wanted to essentially wait until I got a new headset, and it's like, well, obviously I'll be getting one next week, and it'll take then a couple of days, and like I presume like mid next week I'd be getting a new one. By the time it gets delivered and all that lot, it'd be near the end of the week, so I presume like the week after. Turns out no. Yeah, turns out I was able to order one a lot sooner than I thought I would be able to. When I do, like a lot of these will be essentially getting taken down. Like they're literally chaotic and like spread out just for the fact of so I can get them a lot easier, because otherwise it'd be so much more of a pain to finish this. I didn't realize the fact I was still missing a row on this side. Like the height, like to me, the next now does not feel symmetrical because of the fact of 3 gap here. But it's like nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's just the fact that I hadn't finished one. I didn't want to do any of the glass until like I had like the full stacks. Which does mean, considering that's not going to take long. I am essentially just going to go and mine up all this dirt. I don't know if the top windows we're getting done today because I don't have a silk touch pickaxe, which means any glass I misplace, I'm not going to be able to get back. Which isn't too much of a problem. But at the same point, I can get around with needing to go and get more sand. I'd like to. See, or like old, like I think, like not even necessarily old me, because old me would have done what like current me is doing now. But like, I remember when building. on my friend's realm, the house, and like that was the world I toured. And I showed off like the other day on stream. By the other day, I mean almost a week ago. It's like, hold on, has it been? Yeah, it has. Now, this does mean that the bottom floor is only going to be a double, while the top floor is 3. Part of me does want to like move it up and have like that and have them both as 3 because it wouldn't be that hard. Do you not have a job? No, you don't. But part of me likes how the house is. I'm also going to go and look up doors. Because those are dark oak doors, and I don't hate how they look. I just think I can probably get nicer. Yeah. Spruce look like barnyard, which if I ever build a barn, at some point I probably will. I might. Oak don't look that bad. I weirdly kind of like how cherry blossom look. Wax copper weirdly look nice, but I'm not going to be able to get any of them or them. Iron's not completely realistic. Bamboo do look kind of nice. And mangrove is realistic. Acacia is also not too bad. I think what I probably will go for is bamboo. Because for the most part, I've kind of gone for like a lighter build. Yeah, I'm going to leave the house where it is. Because I don't hate it. Oh, that was... Oh, yeah, that's pale. See, I don't hate pale oak. But, like, I might do that for something else. At some point, I do plan to build a doghouse. I don't know what out of, though. Oh, I do. I just know I don't have easy access to it at the minute. Basically, at some point, what I will do is, because... Although I don't plan to do the same thing I did for Quest. And for those wondering, basically on Quest, I was like, I'm going to have like 100 billion dogs at the very beginning. Thinking, hold on, wait, there's only like 16 different colours. Like, colours for collars. Which means there were a few overlaps. As soon as I do get a few name tags, I will be open to, like, that one I will be naming them, 2 I will be open to it. Also, guys, I do know about I don't know if it's out yet, or whether it's just a case of if you enable experimental features, you have access to it. But I do know about the friendly gas. It's basically transport. Me and a friend, I don't think it was yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday. We're like discussing it like a couple of days ago. I'm pretty sure it was right before I streamed episode 9. And he was like saying, like, they're slow, so I don't like see the full point of them. It's like, I mean, pre-Elytra, they can, you know, considering the fact of like, you can now equip boats to them, and if there's no limit on how many boats like one can have, one, that does mean all you would then need is 8 boats and you can carry a full set of people. technically not even 8 because they can hold 4 people on the back, and I don't like. Most times I only ever see realms up to like 16. I'm pretty sure servers can go higher than that, but I think it's. I'm not 100% sure about that one. But either way, it does then mean you have infinite transport for a group of people, and even then, depending on what type of server it is, being able to carry more than like 20 people might not be the most useful thing in the world. Because not many people have like 20 people in essentially a faction. Saying that, I'm thinking most servers, I'm pretty sure most servers can have like 200-300 people easily. When I decided Bamboo, I was like, oh great, this is going to take months. Thankfully, it's not. I'd like to turn around and like be able to fight the Ender Dragon when I get to like day 100 and like be day 100, killing the Ender Dragon. But when we get past day 100, like after that point, it will be a case of, right guys, this is all the prep I've done beforehand. Let's start building. But there will be some times where I don't do prep, or I'm like, yeah, I don't really need to. Well, guys, it does mean some stuff that, like, most people have a 100-day series done in about, what, done within, like, one video at this point. Annoyingly, if I was to go and place all this down, I know for a fact I'd get a load. But yeah, guys, if all does go to plan, there should be the Spider-Man PS4 like streams up at the end of the week. Hopefully. Good job this isn't hardcore. If it was, I wouldn't be doing that, and I would actually be willing to do a few other things. And by a few other things, I literally mean like eat the like raw fish in my inventory. Now, where am I putting this? Like, because it's only going to be like 2 stairs, so it's just going to be a hop, skip, and a jump. And more importantly, what am I building the stairs out of? I am kind of thinking darker. Why am I like? It's why. It's why I kind like I like the bottom layer being small, but it's like why I kind of want to raise this up a bit more. But at the same point, it's like, no, it is fine. There is nothing wrong with it. I'm then just gonna go around like the thing just to make up like platforms so I can do the windows. The thing I do with stairs to make them look not so boxy. Basically, it then changes them and makes them look slightly nicer. Make it look more like, say, like an underground cupboard or something. My bad. Yeah, see now that looks kind of a bit nicer. And why don't I just use birch? I mean, I think I actually need to place them. I was like, I need to just place them down just to like compare them. It's like, hold on. One, the walls. Two, this looks more like more like a nice like wooden like floor. Basically, I'm kind of trying to go for like say like an olden but like modern style build. But yeah, guys, if New Adventures was like a full on like video based series, then there would be a few different things. Like first of all, there would be thumbnails and whatnot, and like there would be proper titles. Basically, it would be how Quest was, except improved. Just unless someone would be like, hold on, wait, didn't you not do something as a Quest? Because basically, guys, when I first started doing like YouTube work, like Quest and all that lot, like I was new into all of it. Like I didn't know how to edit and all that lot. I've learned and I did a media course in college, so like yeah, I know the basics. Well, I still remember the basics even. I will go back to doing videos at some point, but right now, like I'm kind of enjoying essentially like doing live stream content, but in the form of like essentially like longer form videos. Because I never originally liked live streams, but then I started thinking like recently, it's like hold on, I didn't edit much out in the first place. Because something I learned from college when I had to let a 30-second ad was it wasn't hard in the case of well typically it's hard in the case of being like wait I want to like see this and all that lot and like but like my tutor's like hold on this isn't necessary and all that lot you can just have the person in the room drinking and it's like I know but I still it's like yeah it's like yeah fair enough. Although I've always been one of those people that have never enjoyed being behind, like, in front of a camera. Like, I hate my photo taken. I despise it. Like, I can see where, like, some of my old school photos are from where I'm sitting. And it's just a case of, yeah. My last school, like, because, like, I don't know, I just, like, I swear I didn't do it on purpose. At least I don't think I did, but, like, none of my high school photos ever came out, like, good. So my parents are like, yeah, we're not paying for, like, these, because, like, they don't, like, you could be doing better, and it's like, yeah, but I could also be doing worse. That's my bad. See, this is what I'll be happy when, like, this is actually in the house. See, I'm thinking stream's going quicker than normal, but it's like, hold on, wait, I've been streaming for like half an hour. It's kind of a fair assumption to say, like, each day is, like, 10 minutes, but, like, that's not completely accurate. Each day is about 13 minutes. See, something at some point where, like, if I ever do go back to Quest, or, because I would 100, like, part of me wants to start doing Quest again, but it's like, hold on, I'm used to playing on, like, PlayStation now, and I'm used to playing on PS5 compared to, like last-gen consoles. Like, I don't have a problem playing on all consoles. I never really, like, not completely anyway. Like, I bought a 3DS just to play Pokemon games, because I wanted the chance to play X and Y, Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Mega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Platinum, Pokemon Platinum. Because, guys, up to that point, I'd only ever played Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. And it's like, I don't hate them, but, like, they could be better. And at the time, it's like, these could be better, these could be worse. Like, my biggest complaint at the time is like, why the hell are these chibis? Like, could we went from having, like, Sword and Shield based graphics to, and, like, stuff to, here's chibis, and it's like, I eventually grew not to hate them, but, like, my biggest complaint was, it's like, hold on, you've had us on baby mode this whole time, yeah? You then chucking a devil, you then chucking the equivalent of a devil after us. And I'm not on about Giratina. Although me and Giratina are currently enemies. See, if at the minute, like, I'm slightly past it, like, it's more of a case of, like, use it as, like, a running joke. But playing through Legends Arceus, there's one boss battle I've never completed. And at this point, I don't give a shit about doing it. Mainly because I can't be asked to essentially go and take my full team. At this point, I was chucking legendaries at this case. Not the first time I did that either. Turns out I had to issue my original team. Because when it came to beating Brilliant Diamond, I was like, this is hard. Simply it's annoying to beat. It's not fully possible. And this after I witnessed a mate trying to do it for a good while. He eventually did it. And another problem was, I've loved Glide School. I've loved it since the anime. Which meant I wanted to use one. But no, they made it annoying. Which is another reason why when I did get Platinum, because I got Platinum, like, I had a choice between getting Platinum, Diamond, or Pearl at the time. I've got all three now, mainly because of the fact that it's like, I want a complete collection. For the most part, most of them are complete collections, like, Diamond and Pearl all the way up to current generation, so Gen 9, not including Legends EA at this point in time, because at this point in time, it's not out. And if someone is watching this, like, you know, 4 or 5 months later, being like, Legends EA's been out for, like, 3 weeks, and it's like, and like, messaged me on, like, a stream I'm doing at the time, it's like, dude, you were completely wrong. It's like, wrong about what? About having complete, it's like, when you said that you didn't have, like, Legends EA, it's like, yeah, the time I stream. Beginning of the year, why? The beginning of the year, which meant it wasn't out yet. See, I've always found it annoying when people go and be like, yo, you said you didn't have this, but it was out. And it's like, check the date. They then soon become very much humbled because it's like, it's like, you should have been quiet. But yes, up to current date, which is the 17th of April, Legends EA isn't out, which means the current which means the newest Pokemon game is Scarlet and Violet, although they came out of problems. Granted, I still love playing Pokemon Violet. Like, I started with Sword and Shield, well, specifically Pokemon Shield. I then preferred Sword because of Zacian, but I have played more Shield. Like, I prefer, like, the Sword, like, the literal Sword Pokemon. Although I don't think it is the actual Sword Pokemon. I think that's probably one of the Swords of Justice. Guys, we both know the fact I didn't do this. I'd willingly stand on a fire for like 2 seconds. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of the Swords of Justice that's the Sword Pokemon. But yeah, Zacian is really broken, especially considering its type is Fairy Steel. I'm saying it's type specifically for the fact that I'm pretty, like, there's a percentage that I'm on, like, I've got the wrong names. It's like Zamazenta's the Sword and Shield, like, Sword one, and Zamazentian's the Shield. It's like, hold on, listen. It's like, nope, no, they're not. Although, not completely watched them all yet, but every Pokemon, like, all the Pokemon animes from, like, X and Y, from the X and Y era all the way up to current, I've either seen or currently watching. Just because I've seen all of X and Y, I've seen all of Sun and Moon, I saw all of Journeys. I saw all of Diamond and Pearl because I watched most of that as a kid. There's just the odd bit no, actually I might have seen all that as a kid. Because guys, like Diamond and Pearl released while I was a child. And weirdly enough, it's not like my favourite Pokemon game. Like, Platinum is not like my favourite Pokemon game, and Sinnoh's not my favourite region. My favourite region is like Galar, but that's just down to the fact of, like, I love Gigantamaxing and I love Mega Revolution. And to me, to get the best experience playing through Sinnoh, I actually with another annoying thing, no XP share. Now, I don't disagree with the XP share making things easier, but at the same point, I don't want to grind up a bloody Pokemon who is, you know, like level 30 to catch up to the rest of my team. Or to catch up to my one stupidly high. I don't want to really level up like the rest of my team who's like, say, 30s. To get up to, say, 50 or 60 for like the league when I've somehow managed to bulldoze the whole thing with my Starler. Also, guys, not completely impossible. My first time playing through Crystal, because I've somewhat played through it, I got up to the point of where you can catch Red Gyarados, transferred it out, transferred it to Pokemon Sun, and then used it on my Sun team, because it's like level 30. Which potentially might mean why I picked Incineroar, even though I do prefer Primarina. Like, Decidueye is the only starter in Alola I've never used. And it's one of few starters that I've never used too. Because I've used Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander in some form or fashion. I've used all 3 in Kalos. I used all 3 playing to Let's Go Eevee. I'd pick Charmander in like 5 Red Leaf Green. I think that might be like I'm currently using this shine like because all my team got to like level 100 on Pokemon Violet. I was like, I want a new team, and I was like, hold on, I want a new shiny team. So I'm currently trying to find like a bunch of shinies to make not the best shiny team in the world, because granted it's not, but like shinies I actually want to run, and like shinies I think are good. Which is why at some point I am like gonna like essentially need to go out and like hunt to get a shiny Dustform Lycanroc again. And I say again because the first one I transferred it to use in Shield the last time I played through it. And when I played through it and that, I did use the... Because you get given Bulbasaur and Squirtle by going through the dojo, which you can do at, like, relatively early into playing through Galar. Because they scale to what your team is, compared to the Icy DLC. I'm saying Icy DLC because I can't Crying Tundra. Because they scale to that, so it is very possible to essentially play through it. I know for a fact that I'm gonna do this around here and be like, see, that does, to me, that seems very low. Now I have Birch. I just need. I think I might need more Birch. I know for a fact I'm not gonna get it completely done. I don't have no oak. Do I have any spare Birch? In that case, I'm gonna go and cut down a couple birch and oak trees. That looks like an emerald. See guys, this is why I generally sleep instantly. Parrot, I did not sit you up. Stay down, you... I also can't sleep because that creeper will straight up explode. One of those cases where I'm very much tempted. I'm literally only doing it because it seems way too low. Because, quite frankly, and otherwise I wouldn't. Guys, a lot of Minecraft is essentially being like, no, I think this will look nicer there. The stairs, I don't know, like, I want to get, like, this done now. Because I'd rather it not take me into day, like, completely into day 50, because, like, I use a tiny bit of day 50, like, not necessarily, like, the 5th and the 10 days, like, thing. Like, for instance, like, day 40, I used a tiny bit, like, ending last stream, and, like, I'll use a tiny, like, day 45 even, and I'll use a tiny bit of day 50, end of today's stream. The parrots are imitating them, but that means they're somewhere. See, I was thinking, I'm gonna need more insight. Hold on, am I? Annoyingly, I probably would have just been fine with, like, the stack I had. I know for a fact I'm gonna have to make another stone hatchet. Would it just make more sense to make an iron? Yes. Am I going to? Not until I get some more iron, because... See, by more iron, I literally just mean... I could get, say, another 5 more pieces, and I'd be happy. But yeah, getting into what I was saying before I decided to change all this. I've seen X and Y, I've seen the Sun and Moon anime, I've seen Journeys, and I'm currently watching Horizon. I saw Diamond and Pearl when I was a kid. I've seen some Kanto, not all of it, some of it. That's just because some of it was like on like Netflix. I've not seen none of Johto or Hoenn. I do have a way to watch Black and White. But to be honest, Black and White is what put me off the anime. For 2 reasons, and it wasn't really to do with the games, it was more of a case of at that time I was growing up, and it's like, wait, they're getting rid of like Diamond and Pearl, because at that point I didn't know there'd been other animes. By other animes, I didn't know there'd been other Pokemon series. Like, I wasn't aware that Kanto existed and that Johto and Hoenn's like series existed. To me, they were getting rid of, Diamond and Pearl. Like, the whole like Diamond and Pearl Adventures was great. Now I'm not so annoyed that they did that. I'm more annoyed that, like, because I started watching some of the Unova series, and why I don't hate Black and White games. I think they're okay, to be fair. It was basically just a restart for the franchise. Which wasn't the worst thing in the world, and by a restart I mean I can pick 3 Pokemon right now. Actually, I'll pick 5. Machop and... I can't think what his name is. I think it's Goethe. Basically, essentially, very similar. Both trade evolve, have 3-stage evolution, growth, pure fighting. There was a new water flying flying Pokemon introduced. Yeah, so there was a new water flying introduced, Swanna, when there's Gyarados. Conkeldurr, I think it was like its final evolved form was. There was Stock and Throw, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Hitmonchamp, Champ. I know for a fact I'm saying that wrong, but at this very point in time, I don't care. There was taking out a couple obvious ones, mainly because of the fact of every series does this, but like the early right rodent, the early right bird, so Rattata and Pidgeotto and Pheasant and Wattrog. That looks so much nicer. It's not the fact I didn't like the beams essentially being the thing, but it does look so much nicer, and I can jump in there and it's a bit nicer. I need to go make 4 more anyway. I'd have 2 left over, so it makes no difference. Basically, guys, the roof, like, that whole, like, thing getting sorted will get sorted next time. No, wait, no, I've got to bring these forward. I might still try and find a way to essentially do that design. But yeah, out of the starters I have used, going back to like that, Blastoise, Venusaur, Charizard in games that they've been available in. I've used Typhlosion when I played through. I've used Typhlosion when I played through Heart Gold. That kind of does look nicer. But yeah, guys, like that's the house. I will like finish doing the rest of it like next episode, and I might like just do a double plank system across the whole bottom. But either way, this is Tigress signing off. Bye.